Have you seen any of the online just train wrecks between Blueface and his girlfriend, Chrisean Rock, the girl with the missing tooth?
Man, let me tell you, I told you I stroll through Instagram. I try not to pay attention to fights or people fighting at Popeyes. But what got my attention with that couple is that he took her tooth out and put it back in. And I was like, who the fuck raised this couple? Exactly what I said. Because I had never seen no shit like that before in my life. So it stopped me. So I was following them for a week, and they were swinging on each other like a Floyd Mayweather fight. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? To the point, who won? Somebody winded up in jail.
She's wound up in jail a few times. At one point, she beat up his sister. She may have put hands on his mother also. That's a little bit of a gray area situation.
Man. And they still together?
They're still together.
Get the fuck out of here.
He offered her $100,000 to leave him. She said, I ain't leaving you ever. I remember at one point, she had broken into his house while he was sleeping, busted his window, wrote some sort of note in her blood on the wall, stole his Range Rover, and he posted text messages saying, you need to bring this Range Rover back. And she's like, nah, I'm good. God got me. He's like, no, the devil got you. You're in a stolen car. I have to report this thing stolen. You're going to go to jail, which she finally had to do, and she went to jail. And they still ended up together afterwards.
I don't know what
the sex can't be, okay, look, I understand the sex. I get it. Wait,
Vlad. I'm going to ask you a question. Before you go, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to say I fucked a lot of women, but let's just say I did my thing. Because some things I say on here, when I meet a new girl and she sees my interviews, this shit come back and bite me on the ass. So I'm just going to say I dated a lot in my time. I don't think, do men get that caught up that they will act like that?
I've done some dumb shit over pussy, over good pussy. I will admit that, but not to this degree.
Okay.
Not to the point where we're fighting each other in public and someone's missing a tooth and they're fighting my family members and
beating up your mother.
I can't take this. Yeah, I can't. I just don't get it. Especially for a man like a Blueface who's popular and seemingly attractive, and women are throwing themselves at him. Like, you could find someone. Okay, let me put it like this. As someone who's I've been with a lot of women over over the years. More so than I think most men on the show. And I'm going to tell you this. This person that you're with right now, with this crazy sexual energy that does everything you want in bed and pleases you, and you have an orgasm every time, and you think that you've never found anyone like this, there's going to be a person that will give you that exact same thing without all the headaches.
Absolutely.
That person exists.
Yes.
It might take you a year or 2 or 3 to find that person.
Or maybe 9 to 10 and maybe 15. But it's coming.
It depends on how active you are searching for that person. Yes. If you're playing video games all day, you will not find that person.
Absolutely.
But if you're out, using Tinder, whatever if you're a regular person using Tinder, if you're out there on Match.com, if you're out, whatever, there's lots of apps, there's lots of ways to connect people, as well as going to clubs, as well as going to concerts. If you're into churches, go to that. If you treat it like a job, like I remember when I was single. Man, I remember the doorman in my building were like, yo, you're the king of this fucking building. I see a different girl coming in this fucking building every day, every other day.
Vlad.
Because I was trying to find someone that I was compatible with. And if I had to go through 100 women to do that, I was totally fine. It's not a bad way to spend your time.
Right, that's so true. It's not.
It's not a bad way to spend your time. There's worse ways to spend your time than dating a bunch of women until you find someone that you like. And I've had some nightmares along the way, and I admit it, but you could find that person. And don't think that the psychopath that you're with, a woman who's physically, mentally abusive, a woman that does not have anything going on for her, that's always in some sort of drama because she's always financially on the brink of something, and you're not unless you're providing all the financial backing at that point, in
Right.
which case that's a different story. But if y'all are just kind of casually dating and so forth, you could find someone else.
Yes, you can.
And I've also noticed this about myself is that whatever type you have, if you think that's the only type that you're going to like, you just haven't explored enough and been with enough women.
So true.
Or men or whatever
Right,
the hell.
I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
If you think you're only into black women, there's women of other races that you're actually compatible with, but you just haven't had enough experience.
Absolutely. Or they're afraid, or you don't think you have the confidence, but they out there, brother. They're out there. You don't have to all the young men who are climbing in women's houses, shooting the father, sometimes shooting the mother, sometimes killing the baby. You don't have to do this, yo. Did you see the girl the other day? She ran the van, killed the old man going into the store and ran him over because he left his phone in the van. She read his text messages. He was fucking with her sister. She got upset when he came out. She rolled the van and hit him, killed the man. She got out the van, went over and started whooping her boyfriend's ass, even though she had ran him over. This is how crazy, man, listen.